like stay hidden in your home with the windows down and the shades down and maybe a cooler or a cold one. Thank you for coming out today. And I'm really glad to see all of you have got a really, really interesting class for today on our building your business by referral. How many are here for the first time? So, okay, so what I'm going to do, don't worry, I'm going to review. This is our second strategy, but it's our third class. The very first one was a Zoom, which, by the way, if you'd like me to send you the audio, the video of the Zoom, I can. It was just an overview of what we were going to learn over these things. This is going to be, I think it's seven strategies. So don't worry, we'll go back over that. Each time there's people that haven't been to the class before. So I just review real quick to bring us up to date. The first thing that I want to do always is to thank Jennifer and Sonia. You know, what we're talking about today is the core of your business. It's something that if you were working with an individual coach or a coaching program like Brian Buffini or Joe Stump, and I'm going to share a little bit about them, you'd be paying money out of your pocket and learning how to build a business by referral. And so each time I come in and do a session, I want to thank these beautiful people because they are so sincere about uplifting you guys. So you're in a lucky situation here. I don't know if it's blessed or luck. I don't believe in luck. I really believe in blessing. So you've attracted yourself to this group of people who care about you, basically, who care about your business. Not just for their own sake, but they want to see you do well. I'm telling you, and I don't even have my license here. So I've been around for 40 years. So you think that I've been in a few offices and I know the difference. And so they are sponsoring this class for you guys and everyone who comes. And this is group coaching. So I will be with you on this journey between now and the last class to really make this happen if you want it to happen. Of course, I can't want it more than you, right? But when I tell you and hopefully convince you how important it is to nurture the people who already love you and need you and want your help, but half the time can't find you or think you're too busy. We're going to talk about that today. So let's give Jennifer Salon because she's here. She's not here. She's not here.
I sent her a picture.
Let her
So
anyway.
that she can see that. Thank you so much. What a beautiful acknowledgement.
So the first thing that I do when I'm coaching, and I many years ago, I was working with a coach after my husband was killed in an automobile accident, and that's in my book. I write about the fact that we were carrying a real estate contract up Highway 18 to, it was a Freddie Mac contract, up to a Century 21 office. Someone was driving down that same hill going 85 miles an hour. They lost control of their vehicle and they hit him head on. That's part of my story. And as I was trying to heal, I felt a need to go to someone who I felt could help me get my feet back on the ground. And so I could go on with my life. And I didn't even know about life coaches at the time, but it was a life coach that helped me and inspired me to make a difference in other people's lives. Because that's what it's all about. So you know that we talked a few minutes. You want to make a difference in the lives of young men and women, you know, in the high school level. And we're spider webs. That's what we're so close, interknit together as people. And to recognize that when I'm uplifted, I can uplift someone else. Well, when I was working with my coach, the first thing that she would say is, let's set an intention for what we want our session to be. And I said, why do we do that? And she said, because I want you to know why you're here and what you want to walk out with. I don't want it to be, hi, welcome. I don't want it to just be me giving you information. I want you to consume it. While we're talking, I want you to see yourself at the end of this session and the beginning of 2025 with referrals flowing in. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Right. So my intention today, I'm going to share with you, is to provide you with valuable insights, practical tools, and strategies that can be applied to your endeavor to create and grow a profitable referral business. What is your intention? Just 2 seconds, I want you to close your eyes and ask yourself, why am I here and what do I want to leave with? What is my intention today? Okay, come back. Anybody want to share?
I will share
Did
because
I get your name?
Maria.
Maria.
Well, my intention would be to get more listings. It seems to me that I'm trying, and I got something going on right now. I got a listing. They came to sign the papers and everything, and then the next day they told me that they're gonna hold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that one ready? Okay.
They weren't ready,
Okay. Okay.
but I would like to get more listings.
Okay. All right. So we're going to weave that into how we do that through referrals, okay, today. So hopefully you'll walk out of here with something that will feed you and support you. Okay, Marie? Maria?
Just grow my business and get referrals.
Okay, grow your business. Okay, Brenda?
I want to be able to keep in contact with my previous clients.
There you go. There you go. You're in the right place. Sal? What made you come? Sal hit me up on your pulse. He said, is this class free? Can I come? Yeah, come.
Absolutely.
We're glad to have
The more the merrier.
So my main goal is I need to retire in 5 years. Right? I'm done. I don't want to be coming
Oh,
into
that's great.
an office.
That's motivation. Is that motivation?
And a set timeline.
Yes.
You have a definite timeline. of what
5
you
years.
want
I'm
to
done.
He didn't say, I'd like to retire and, possibly 5 years. He said, I need to retire and it's got to be in 5 years.
Right.
Okay,
Good for you.
good for you.
Thank you.
All right, anybody else want to share?
I'm just here to hear everybody's intention. So I know everyone's intention.
We can hold us accountable.
Yes, I know what your guys' intentions are.
Well, my husband and I have been in the business for a long time, but my son, my youngest son, Anthony, just said that he wants to join, to us to work in the real
Yes,
estate
he wants to
business.
become part of your team.
So I'm trying to set the roots for him to grow in the future.
Can he come to our classes? Can he?
Yes, he can. He works for Chino High School in the afternoons, and,
Okay.
but I can,
Afternoon is after 12, right?
yes.
He can come
So,
at 11.
yes, I
You
know.
tell him I
know.
want him here,
Um,
because if he wants to take over, he needs to get it firsthand,
Yes.
right? Yeah, we've got a few more classes on this, so bring him.
Yeah.
Send him an SOS from me.
He thinks everything can be online, and I'm trying in kids.
Yeah, we're talking relationships as opposed to being transactional, relational. We're talking about, and if he's got a great personality, which it sounds like he does he? Yeah.
Yes, he works on the school with kids, and he's.
And kids
I
have
can say
parents,
Yes.
and parents need houses,
Yes.
and they need to sell. Okay, cool. All right. So we got 3 new people, so you didn't even know about homework. So this this is like high school. All right, you got to pass because you weren't here last time and you didn't know about the homework. And the homework was, and you can still do it at any time because this is an evolving process. And you probably already have it, but I can send you the activity sheet. But we were going to list your contacts. Now look, what I did today was, can you pass it out for me? I created a memory jogger, and we can do this during the class. A memory jogger of who you know, because sometimes we don't remember who we know. We know we're only looking at the people right in front of us. And the mind is a funny thing. The brain is a funny thing. Has anybody ever heard of mind mapping? Mind mapping is when you tell your brain, for an example, I'm gonna give you an, I wanna go to Starbucks. That's the goal. Then off from that would be, why do I want to go to Starbucks? Because I want a coffee. So you drive, that's mind mapping. And why do I want a coffee? Because I feel like I want some energy. I want some caffeine. And you draw another line down there. Why do you want some caffeine? What else can you do to energize yourself? And see how your mind maps goes. Well, that's the same thing, the same principle we're kind of doing with the memory jogger. Who do I know? Bakery. Do I know anybody at a bakery? Oh, no, well, there's Bonds. I get a cake at Bonds sometime. Do I ever talk to the person behind the counter? You see where we're going with that? So as we do this exercise a little bit later, all I want you to do is not grab for a name, address, or anything. Just, I want you to grab for a name or the person at Bonds, the person that's on that list that you may not know yet, but you want to introduce yourself to. You know, there's a book called The Millionaire Agent. It says that a $1 million database, I believe, he said, is 10,000 people in your database. That's $1 million database. We don't really, all we're looking for is 10 referring people in 2025. Let me show you why. Before we get there, if you don't have an accountability partner, this would be a good time to pick one. Someone in your room, or if you feel that you could use someone, because what we're doing is really gonna take you to the next level. But you're gonna get busy, other stuff's gonna happen, and you're gonna get distracted. It's just the way it is. So to pick an accountability partner would be a really wise thing to do. Does anybody in this room wanna pick one now, or have someone in mind, or pick someone in this room?
My daughter and I, we're really accountable to each other. She's
Perfect.
not here.
Okay,
But,
well, okay.
Yeah.
My husband and I were both realtors, so.
Okay, all right, so your husband and, okay,
I'll choose that and make sure.
okay, and make sure he comes.
Yes.
Okay. Is your husband in real estate?
Yeah. Can
you bring him?
Yeah,
Is he,
well, he usually does, but he wasn't feeling well today.
well, I want to see him here.
Okay.
You tell him, he's gotta come if because if he's in our, this is group coaching.
I'm gonna bring my son too, because my son's,
Perfect.
to do his role.
Bring him, bring them.
Yeah.
They're part of the group. You're all going to success together. So you need someone to say, did you, or did we get I'll go ahead and do that because we gotta turn that into Wanda next week. Okay, Brenda, what about you?
I don't have a calendar, but I'm pretty good at holding myself accountable.
Are you good at that?
I am.
You are, okay. Okay, Sal,
I have two. But
Brenda?
I used to think that I was very good at it by myself, and just adding someone on, just as an extra person, I think it'll grow your business exponentially. if you just, I'm just one person, it could be your brothers, somebody.
Do you want to be her accountability
I
partner?
need-
Is that where you're going with this?
I can if you want me to, but.
I'll make sure that.
That's about it.
But it does help, you're right.
Okay, all right. Your point is well taken. You have someone, right?
I have 2 kids.
Two, okay. And what about
I will get someone.
okay. Now, okay, here's our deal. That's our homework. Y'all gotta show up now in 2 weeks. And you gotta show up with your accountability partner. This is not an academic class. This is a we're gonna make something happen class. And the reason, I have coached thousands over the years. I'll be 80 years old next week. And I tell you that because I'm not joking.
Marathon.
I'm not joking. I want you to hear me. You can do this, but we need support to get it done.
Wanda, I have a question, just now that you mentioned that. Do you take care of yourself, obviously, like you eat well,
Yes.
you rest well, I'm
Yes.
assuming you move, you know,
Yes.
like all of those things that are just instrumental to
Yes.
health, right?
Yes, I have got to move 5 days a week, somewhere,
move.
somehow. I don't
Right.
care, even if it's 20 minutes. Sometimes I'm so tired and sometimes I get to the part where it's getting to be hot, it's 9 o'clock already. And I go, okay, you can't do 30 or you can't do 45 minutes or you can't do an hour. You gotta do a minimum of 20. You gotta move for 20 minutes.
Right,
Yes.
right.
And then if I can't do it in the park, I'm a member of Choose, so then I'm on the treadmill. But, but at the minimum is 20 minutes, 5 days a week. And I found out I became a master certified coach through Dr. Sears Institute. And this is what he said. He said, if you want your second half of life to be one in which you are relevant, you are sharp mentally, you are physically healthy, you've got to include nutrition and you've got to move your body.
And that transfers over to business also. Like if you're not feeling
Yes.
your best and healthy and strong, then you're not gonna perform your best in any
You just
arena.
don't feel like it, you just
Yeah.
can't do it, and then you're not sharp.
Mhm.
Because when we see unfortunately a relative in my family with Alzheimer's and other things, it's inflammation of the brain,
Right.
which can be controlled going into the second half of life. So we gave a class on that a couple of weeks ago, and I was inspired by our beautiful leader there because I saw her post, Jennifer post something about how health and wellness affects your business success.
I
So-
didn't realize it. I learned it through this whole journey when I couldn't walk and move, like
Yes.
decline in not only physically, but just like mentally and everything. It affects every area. And then when you feel good, like every area is affected and you can perform and do your best. And I saw it in my own family, my mom and father, they chose a very different route. My mother took care of herself, moved, ate well, exercised, and she's also your age, Wanda, and she could probably run a marathon. And then,
Yes.
my father's same age, he's in a wheelchair.
Yes.
Diabetes, heart
What's the difference?
conditions.
Diabetes,
Yeah,
yes.
so, and it's a choice, a lot of people, it's genetic, it's a choice.
The book that I wrote, the third book that I wrote was about chronic kidney disease because 90% of people in this country who have it don't know that they have it. And most of the chronic kidney disease comes from hypertension and diabetes. So over 50,000 people in our country, mostly people of color, in the two top categories, have chronic kidney disease. But the thing that's the killer, the reason I wrote the book is they don't know it. 90% don't know it until it's too late. And they're facing, so that's a whole different class.
Right, I know,
You already passed the class.
I got everybody to turn
But
around.
I always share it because it's on my heart. And because I want to make a difference. And that keeps me vibrant, making a difference with coaching. That's why I give like, this is such a beautiful opportunity, but my one-on-one coaching too, when I can make a difference.
I want to be as vibrant as you.
You already. You. Okay, so we got the. And then. Okay, Justin, don't be too far away. My clicker doesn't want to move me to the next slide.
It's frozen.
Yeah.
Battery dead again.
I don't think so. So while he's doing that, I want to talk about the power of referrals.
Oh, it's your computer froze.
The computer froze. And I want to talk about what our trainers, how many of you have ever heard of Brian Buffini?
Yes.
Brian Buffini has made a business, coaching business out of referrals. That's his main thing, that's it. Brian Buffini says that the best marketing tool any business can have is a strong referral base. And that's any business.
Which is.
7161. Where?
Oh, the power. Which you haven't seen.
For this computer?
Yeah.
I didn't have a password.
No, PowerPoint.
Oh,
The PowerPoint. The presentation.
but you said password.
It's a required initial, not the selection. This is the whole data trust.
Down here.
Yeah, I just need a total ankle replacement. Me either. Exactly, because hips and knees are what go out, like, you know, you don't want to go out like that for me. The ankle, it only goes out with like severe trauma or damaging it in the past. And I played tons of sports, so I sprained it a lot. And the break, when I had the break, done. I didn't even know they could do it. I was shocked. Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah.
I'm never wearing this again. This is like so, it's like a ledge. I just don't risk it now that I know the trauma it would cause. But it was bad. I was down and out. That's why, you know, I look at her at 80, and I want to be like that.
What?
I don't want to be not able to walk in a wheelchair. Like, I don't, you know. You know what I mean? Because, like, you get, I got a little taste of it. And it's vulnerable. It's just how to be able to handle. Yeah. You can't do anything. Like, you're laying on everybody. You know, like,
What was it say?
and even, you know, go get a cup of tea.
Eres el plástico.
Yeah.
Sentado ahí lo muy mal.
Yes, big movie. Yeah, yeah.
Your muscle, whenever you use your muscles, you're losing the light.
You can't, it affects the body. It's just like, you know.
That's all.
Me too. I went through hell, like.
You can lose weight, huh?
Huh?
You lose weight.
Because I can move now. Because when you can't move, you know, like, yeah, I got back to what I
I
normally
live
am.
in for me, it's whatever it takes. If I'm gonna go and be in a better position, I'm winning. You know, whatever, you know, if I'm sick or you know, life is teaching something you have to go through. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for that.
Yeah,
On the street.
thank you, yeah. Believe me, a lot of the lessons are.
But it's nice though, to learn lessons, I just love it.
I think that, there's always a reason for the things that happen in our life. And we may not like it at the time, but I think that all of it contributes to our growth in one way or another.
That's what it is.
That's the.
Oh, the
I was,
clicker.
I was fortunate because,
What is that
you
one?
know, I was able to just sit at home. And thank God, I was like, oh my God, thank God the decisions that I made 20 years ago, to buy apartments and, you know, residual income, so I could just go home and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like that, well, it's living until I feel it, because
That's right.
when you're, you know, like panicked and stressed, and like, how am I gonna pay bills? And I can't even imagine the things that some people discuss.
Yeah, but something, because I went to that too, for some time.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even worried about it.
It's like, yes.
That's the stress of mind though.
It affects the healing.
Oh, yes, oh, stress, oh, yeah. Plays a big,
In 20 years, over 20 now, 22, God, over 20 years I've been a Remax program. And in over 20 years, I've never legitimately taken the time off. I've always been accessible on my phone, I've always answered emails, I've always got my team, I've always seen things that are going on.
Is this the powerful
And for 6 weeks, I forwarded
Yeah, it's on here.
messages,
Probably put it on the
like,
TV, put it up
all
easier.
emails were
Yeah.
forwarded, my phone, you know, I had Ashley answering everything, like I just, everything. For the first time.
I think we need to do that too, just put it away.
Yeah, I just, look at me, technical issue. You're having a technical.
There you go.
Oh my God, how'd you do that? Thank you.
Of course, and you can do, okay, there you go. You can see.
And then, oh,
Oh.
thank you. Give him that. Okay, thank you for your patience. So I want to talk. Where we're going. What real estate trainers are saying about the power of referrals. And we talked about Brian Buffini. Has anybody ever heard of Veronica Figueroa? She's, I believe, a Remax agent. And what she says is that building a successful real estate business is all about relationships. She says your clients should feel like they're part of your family. Does anybody have that experience? Yeah. And when they do, they'll always refer you to others. That's just a given. And then, of course, Tom Berry's been around for a long time. And what Tom says is people do business with people they know and trust. That referrals are the gateway to building that trust. And then, who doesn't know Tony Robbins? He's been a big, I guess you would call him a guru in the area of success in any business and in personal life. And what he says is that people who succeed at the highest level are not just lucky, they're doing something differently than anyone else is doing. And then Grant Cardone, has anybody ever heard of Grant Cardone? Even Grant Cardone says referrals are one of the most powerful tools in the person's tool chest. They represent trust and credibility. And then Joe Stumpf, I mentioned him earlier. He's an old old trainer who's been around for a long time, was around when I was coming up. He says that a referral is the highest honor a client can give you. And it's a cornerstone of a sustainable real estate business. So this isn't new. and you know, we wonder, because it's not new, why aren't more people connected in the area of building a business by referral? Let's talk about dollars and cents. This is the book that I recommended, in case you don't know. Here's the book that I recommended you pick up. You can order it on Amazon, or you can order it, I believe it's in our C-Bar bookstore as well at Bathing. And the reason that I chose this book is it has all the elements that I'm talking about now, but it's a workbook. So I'm giving you sheets of paper with the information from our class, but this will take you day by day. It's a weekly planner. So you can give this to Anthony. You can, you know, the two of you can work on this together. Or if you're not, you know, if you're better online, then you can do it that way. But this is kind of a guide, okay? This is her. She's a coach, and she's an agent, Kimberly Oxford. So what she says is 100 nurtured contacts in your CRM should render at least 10 referrals. Okay. So taking that, we projected income. And this was from our last class review. 10, based on our average sales price, which I used is around $600,000. We're looking at $150,000 in referral income. Is that enough to inspire and motivate us to really get our strategies together? This is people knocking on our doors and saying, Sal, can you come over? Something happened, I lost my job, or I got a raise, or I got a new job, or I've been transferred to New York, I need to sell my house. Can you come over and talk to me about what I could do? Those are the greatest calls in the world, man. I gave a class not too, well, it's been quite a while ago. Estela Pereira was in the class. Estela says, and they were to go home and do exactly what we're doing here, get a list of people and actually make a contact. And she said, when she came back to the class, she said, she raised her hand. She's a very, very kind of quiet, shy. She says, Wanda, I called this lady, a past client of mine. I was really embarrassed to call her because I haven't talked to her in years. And she said to me, Mija, ¿qué pasó? She says, where have you been? She says, we're having problems. We have to sell our house. And I couldn't find your number anywhere. She said, I felt so bad that I hadn't been in touch with her. She needed me. See, so often don't we feel like we're bugging people? We gotta get our ego out of the way and know that we've been trained, we're licensed, we continue to be trained, so we can be of support to people. We wanna come from a servant's heart. That's who we are. And when you feel that you're coming from a servant's heart, then you don't feel like you're bugging people. I needed Justin a few minutes ago. Justin's not bugging me. I needed him. You got that? You see how I need it? Okay. So so this is my personal story, and this is referrals. This is Wanda Peyton, different look, younger person. And between 2009 and 2012, my experience was earning over $250,000 in net income on referral business only. How did that happen? My corporate clients, I stayed in touch with the banks, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae. I called them after the market had diminished. I came back. Do you need any help? Oh yeah, I remember you. One thing led to another. She said, yeah, we can give you 100 leads. not leads, listings. We'll fill you up to 100. We'll start with 10, and each week we'll give you 10. And that referral worked for me in this way. I was able to refer to 3 agents in my company, REOs. They paid me a referral because I got the business from a corporate client. So I was able to feed 3 different teams. See how referrals are so important? I said, listen, they said, do you know anybody up in Sacramento? I said, I think I do. I'm gonna call an agent up there and see if she's willing to do the REOs up there. She did. She said, what do you want? I said, I want 25% on everything you close. Every time you close, I'll get paid 25%. She said, you got it. Then they said, do you know anybody up in Coachella Valley? I said, I think I do. I brought someone from Rancho. I said, you want to take Coachella Valley? It's a long ways away, but you get all the REOs up there. She said, I'll take it. What do you want? 25%. Every time you close, I close. She said, I'll take it. And then the Rancho office, same thing. The market was crashing. At the same time, we were receiving referrals because of the situation. But it's how, this is my experience of how important staying in touch with your past clients and doing a good job for them. There are different ways to get referrals. There are new home tracks that will give referrals. There are other corporations who give you referrals. So referrals is more than just client to client. But we start with what we have and who we know. Okay. So if incorporating a referral system is so critical to success, why do most agents not have a referral business established? That's the question. And the answer is, and this is verified, right? What did you tell me when you came in?
Yeah, we were like, it's difficult because we were trying to find one and they're so complicated and then it's been, well, we haven't decided like which one because they're expensive, some they're like very
And that's why we have this class, to support you and give you information. If they have a CRM, they forget to enter the contacts and sort and categorize them. You may never know the results, what results come from your action, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. And that's what happens to most of us. They overanalyze or they never decide what to do, what to send out. That's ultimately doing nothing for months upon end. We've all been caught up, and myself included, in that. So selecting a CRM, the key features to consider, okay? So it should be on your sheet, but I'm gonna go over it quickly. You're looking for something that's easily organized and categorized your contacts. And let me tell you something, categorizing your contacts is really important. You don't want to choose a CRM when you can't categorize. Do you know what I mean by categorize? Does everybody know what I mean? If you don't, tell me.
Yeah.
Do I need to clarify it?
Like a new client or past client or there's.
What's that? Yeah. What are, yes. Whether they're, and I'm going to say A, and I'm going to show you why. B, A plus, B, and C. To categorize. So you can pull up all the A's or all the A pluses. Yeah, that's important. You want something that's will have automatic reminders.
I don't have that paper.
Is it again?
I don't have that paper.
well, she doesn't have this.
Yes. And you can take a picture of the screen if you like. You want something that says automatic follow-up reminders, because we get busy and we get distracted. Schedule regular communication with referral partners. Automate email campaigns and workflows. This is what you're looking for, the automation tools, important. So for an example, just putting it in your Outlook is not gonna be effective, is it? Your Microsoft Outlook. We need more than that. Then task and calendar integration. Really important. Schedule tasks, appointments, and reminders. Sync with your calendar for seamless planning. So if you're using Google Calendar, how many use Google Calendar? You need to be able to sync your CRM with your calendar so that you're not always going to different places looking for what you need to do that day. Set reoccurring tasks for consistent follow-up, so it needs to be reoccurring tasks. Okay, that's what you're looking for now. These are the things that you're looking for in your CRM. Track the source of your referrals. Ooh, that's important. If you're getting a lot of your referrals from one organization, let's say your church, you need to know that. Because why? Why would you need to know that?
To continue to ask for referrals.
Say it again?
To continue to ask for referrals and for continue to work with them.
Right, and show your what?
Love and appreciation.
Yes, that's the main thing.
And to show where your money goes, what's working and what's not.
Exactly. Say that again, Brenda, out loud.
To show where your money goes and see what's working and what's not.
What's not working, yes. Customize your fields to fit your business needs. Personalized communication templates. These are the areas that are important. Not maybe every solitary feature, but it's going to be up to you to choose which ones are going to be most effective for your own personal business. Now listen, I want your attention, and I see you madly writing. If you'd like for me to send you the PowerPoint, I'd be glad to do that. Just text me. See the whole thing, okay? You got it, and you can watch it at your leisure, and you don't have to be, okay? Just 951-317-7944. I really want you to do this. I want you to have this information. All right. So another feature, mobile access. You want to have your CRM being able to pull it up on your iPad and your iPhone. Right? Important. Because we want to make this as seamless as possible. And we want to make it automatic. So you went to you went to a luncheon, like there was a women's luncheon last spring I went to, and I met a lot of beautiful women in there first time. And we were all business women. And that would have been the time to take a moment and put it into but what I did was, and anybody that wants to know how to get your free Bling digital business card, text me. Say, Wanda, send me the info on the free digital business card. And I'll send it to you. And then you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to use your your phone and you'll be able to do your code, your, what do you call it?
The cure.
QR code, right there, bam, then you have their number and they have yours. Isn't that cool? You don't have to worry about those paper cards. Just give me a number, I'll text you my card. You're in the grocery store, you're buying apples, you're off shopping, it's like, and you talk about the wedding, you're talking about what's going on, and you're like, girl, give me your number, no, yeah, give me yours, yeah, what's the number, real quick, bam. And when they get it from you, what they have is all of your information. You don't have to brag about yourself. You don't have to tell them all how great you are, that you're in the magazine. You don't do any of that. On Facebook, none of that. It's all right there in the link card. How many would like that? Raise your hand.
I'd like to find mine.
I know I have it.
Justin is there. It is very handy.
Here's my link,
That's all.
right?
No.
And here's, who wants me to text them my card? Give me your, put your number in it. Hey, this is Wanda Peyton, I didn't know talking about, this is my link card. Tap the link to save the information. Okay, so I'm gonna send that to you. Here's your phone, show them what you got.
Can I scan it? Maybe you can scan it. You copy and paste the link.
There it is.
See, it just.
Yeah.
When you get a QR code for it.
That's
Yeah.
what we should show.
Yeah.
So it goes,
Great.
oh, that's awesome.
You know what I've done with that? Is I go, if I'm at Best Buy or
Yes,
T-Mobile or anywhere that they have a bunch of laptops or whatever that, or tablets outside, you can go to the, like,
I wouldn't recommend that, but.
Yeah.
Put your number in there?
and no, just go to the back of the tablet or whatever, and scan it, it opens up on the phone or the tablet, and you just open it up, and all the time, people come up and have yours on.
Oh my
And
God!
it's on it. Like, 10 out of 10.
This Blink digital card is going to be in cooperation with your agenda for building referrals, okay? It's just an easy breezy way, it's a new age way, and it's real simple. Okay, and you now, if you send it, if you got the QR code, then you can send it to anyone you want to, or I can send you a free one to join, okay? So here's some, now, Jennifer, what CRM are your agents using for the most part? You mentioned something to me 2 weeks ago.
A lot can use KV Core, but many, I'd say probably like 30% of the company goes with the KV Core. The rest, they use whatever they've been using or whatever they enjoy more. I think a lot of people go with Follow Up Boss.
Okay, so,
That one's really popular with a lot of people for some reason. But I think the one that works is the one you use. So.
yeah. So here's a couple that I pulled up. Top Producer's been around forever. I'm not sure if these prices are accurate, but it shows $60 a month. And it has most of what we're talking about. It's one to check out. Okay.
You're not my friend today.
Lion's Desk is another one. A lot of agents that I've known over the years have used Lion's Desk. It starts at $25 a month. Wise Agent. I love for myself because it has an amazing accounting feature.
Yes.
And that accounting feature is set up for realtors, so you can input your expenses and then print it out and give it to your CPA or your accountant at the end of the year. It's amazing. It's a memory journal of all the possible expenses that you may have had during the year that you may have forgotten about. By the way, I put my expenses in, I have a special Gmail account that says Wanda's expenses at gmail.com. Then all my expenses, emails go there. It's easier to track later.
Is that you can export it off of that
Yes.
CRM authorization, to export it and maybe import it through QuickBooks or something of that nature?
You can export it into a PDF. I don't know if you can export it into, but I'll check that out when you know. Yeah, but you have, one of the biggest problems that agents have is they don't take care of their accounting. Instead of making a lot of money and they, then it comes tax time. It's like, oh my God, they start looking for expenses. And at the end of each month, you just put in your expenses, but that's another topic. Okay, realty juggler, follow-up boss is something that the one that's really popular as well. So choosing the right CRM, identify your specific business need, consider ease of use and learning curve. That's big. It needs to be easy for you to use and a learning curve. I mean, most of them have some training, but you want some, because you won't use it if you can't use it. Evaluate the integration capabilities, check for scalability for future growth. And we're looking right now, if I can get you to get 100 potential referral contacts. That's my goal for you. Now watch this. I want you to set a deadline as to when your CRM is going to be up and running. Everybody, can you promise me that? Is that a commitment? Set a deadline and share it with me. You can text it to me. My deadline is this. My deadline is that. I'm going to have my CRM chosen and start putting my 100 people in there now. Now here's how I want you to segment. A+, and this is from Brian Buffini. Instead of segmenting past clients, current clients, family members, we want to do it this way. A+, top advocates and consistent referrals. So at the time that I was doing all my referral business, obviously Freddie Mac would have been my top A+, right? But if my church was sending me referrals, they would be probably in there too. Or if I was in a group, a workout group or Toastmasters or any group. So you want A+, you want A clients, they have referred in the past. B, potential refers with prompting. So if you told them how to refer, they would. They like you, they trust you. They don't think of you because you've not been front of mind, but you're going to learn. One of our classes is going to be learning how to ask people to give you referrals and when to do that. When, by the way, when they get loan approval, is that a good time? Yeah, when you give them the keys, is that a good time? All the way through. So we'll teach you how to do that. C, possible future referrals. And then we don't want to work with the D's. I don't care if they were your clients last year. If you hated working with them, they stressed you out, they cost you money, we want to delete them. Are you with me on that? Let's work with people who want to work with us. And then we want to centralize your contact information. Because if you have to look in 2 or 3 different places, that's too awkward, you're not gonna do it, somebody will slip through the cracks. So you want everybody to go into the same system, okay? So we talked about the automated, consistent communication. So, and something else that's important, when KB Core has this, I think they use texting for the most part. But whatever you're using to stay in touch with them, use it, be consistent with that. They'll be looking for information from you on the text, not email, or on the email, not text. Social media interactions, or use templates for common messages. And then someone mentioned about tracking and analyzing. You had something with analytics to see where your money is if your money is paying off. And then you want to also remove outdated, incorrect information, because that'll happen. Merge duplicate entries. Regularly review and update contact categories. Encourage contacts to update their information. So here's the rhythm of a referral. If you take an overview, you add people to your database, you build relationships. By the way, we're gonna have a class on Popeye gifts. Fun thing, maybe we might even do some. It'll be fun, to make the little Popeye gifts that say, hey, the little ketchup. I just want to catch up with you because I relish our relationship. And I don't want to let you slip away through the mustard. So build relationships, give excellent service, receive referrals, acknowledge and appreciate referrals, in turn leads into advocates. And so we're winding down now. Don't miss session 3. How many will be here in session 3? Raise your hands. How many are bringing their team people and their accountability partners? Sal? Can you bring your accountability partner?
Hopefully she'll be here, yes.
Okay. Okay. Same place, same station, as they say. Can you stand with me? And let's do our affirmation together at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I am connected to a vast network of people who trust and value my expertise. As I compile my referral list, I attract clients who are eager to work with me and share my name with others. My business grows effortlessly through the power of strong relationships and genuine connections. Wow!
I love that. So true.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
No. I mean, it's always part of the list.
Yeah.